Okay guys, today we'll be learning about the size of function. Size of function, in a nutshell, it tells you the size of a variable that you store in your computer. So it tells you the size, for example, of this float that's stored in your computer, somewhere in your memory. Um, we can get rid of the number and just leave the variable as it is. So the variable type will decide the storage unit it will have in its memory. So for a float, the storage unit will be 4. So that will be 4 bits in your computer memory. When you change the variable type to a different one, such as double. Now, we haven't learned about the double variable yet, but this is a more complicated, more detailed variable type and stores more information than integer. So theoretically, it should have twice as much. So this time is 8. Okay, so what is the size of function useful for? You can use it to calculate the number of numbers in an array. Okay, so say the users enter a few numbers in an array, and if you want to know how many values there are that the user entered, you use the size of function. So to start off, let's create an array, int rob, and remember we state how many numbers we want in this array. If you want 10, just enter 10. We don't need to give them values, so we don't need to worry about this stuff. And yeah, no one likes that. So how do we use math to calculate the number of numbers, the amount of numbers inside this array? We know that the size of the array can be given using, yeah, that's it. That's the size of the entire array. When we print it out, it should be 40. Yes, 40, because an integer as we know it is only 4 bits, and since there are 10 integers inside this array, there will be 4 times 10, which is 40, 40 bits of information. So now we have to do is divide this by the size of one of the variables inside. So all we have to do is, instead of entering Rob, we choose the first or any value inside this array. So you're basically dividing the size of the total by the size of each to get the number of each, the number of all the numbers. When we run this, oh, hold on a second. There's something wrong. Rob 0, Rob. Oh, excuse me. Didn't enter size of. Don't make that mistake. It's size of, not size. So now it should be 10. And that's how we can use size of function to know the numbers of, I keep saying this, to know how many numbers there are in an array. So yeah, we'll be going into details and how this can be applied into pointers, and that'll be more complicated, and we don't have enough time to cover it in this tutorial. So this will be like 3 lines long, but next time we see this, it will be more complicated, and we'll see you next time.